So we will start from the convolution integral. So we have done already the convolution sum. So now for the continuous time signals, how to be do the convolution. Okay, so that we'll call it as convolution integral for time domain. Okay, convolution integral. Okay, so now as like convolution sum, so in the continuous time domain also we can express the any input signal in terms of impulse signal. Okay, so if you have, say for example, x of t, so now this x of t we can express in terms of the shifted impulses, that is time shifted impulses. So we can express this x of t which is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, which is x of t into del of t minus t naught. Okay, so this we can express in terms of the convolution, that is time shifted impulses. Okay, or you can express in terms of the variable tau, which is x of t, which is equal to, so your so this is this one is time domain, right? So you should use integral. So okay, x of t you have to be minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, x of t into del of t minus tau. Okay, so this is the time shifted impulses for particular value of time. Okay, so this input signal x of t, so we can express this x of t in terms of the time shifted impulses. So with respect to, we need to integrate with respect to variable tau. Okay, so this is the actual input signal we can express in terms of the time domain integral. So now, so we can express this in terms of the system's response. Say for example, if you have a input signal x of t, okay, you are passing this system, that is input signal, with the system representation say t, and you will get the output y of t. Okay, so now I can write that y of t equal to the system response to this input signal. Okay, okay, so this is the output of the system's output, where this system's response to the input signal which will give the output. Okay, so here x of t is the input signal, y of t is the output signal, t is the system's system, and it will give the particular response to an input signal. Okay, so now we can express this x of t in terms of time shifted impulses, what you are getting. So you can get y of t which is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity. So that is, so it will be the system's response to this input signal, that is x of t into del of t minus tau. Okay, so now we know, so the linearity property. So by using that linearity property, so since it is, so we are expressed in terms of tau, so this x of t is nothing but x of tau. Okay, so here also it is x of tau. So now, so using linearity property, okay, using linearity property, so if you apply this system's response to both these signals, so you will get, so the response to this system only when the impulse it is there. Okay, so that we will call it as impulse response. Say for example, if you give an impulse signal to a system, okay, so whatever the system it is there, then the output which we call it as impulse response. So this in time domain which we will call it as, so the response to a impulse signal which will be call it as impulse response. Okay, so that by using linearity property we can apply this system response to this impulse signal. Okay, so that's why how the integral it will become, it will equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau into the system response to a input, the time shifted input impulse signal. Okay, So now this you know already by using the time invariance property. Okay, if say for example if input is shifted, okay, so if the input is shifted by the variable t naught, the output is also shifted by the variable t naught. Okay. So this is the time invariance property. So now using this time invariance property, now if your input is shifted by the response by amount of tau, okay, or amount of t. So if you take the tau as the axis for the plotting of the signal in time domain, then your h the impulse response, which is output of the impulse response of this system, will be also a time invariant. So now by using this property, so we can apply here and we can write it as your output y of t, okay, your output y of t we can write it as, that is minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau. Okay. So now this system responds to an impulse signal, that will call it as impulse response. Okay. So that we this we have discussed in the discrete domain also in the convolution sum. Okay. In the time domain, see this is the impulse response. So now this y of t we can call it as the convolution integral, that is y of t equal to x of t convolution with h of t. Okay. So this is the, we will call it as the convolution integral. Okay. So this is the convolution integral. Okay. So this is your the expression for the convolution in terms of the time domain, or you can if you are using the continuous time signals. Okay. So this is the expression you need to use to compute the convolution integral. Okay. So now we can take the examples of this convolution integral, and we will do it for different input signal as well as the impulse response. Okay. So now if you take the input signal, which is x of t equal to e power minus 3 into t, okay, into u of t. Okay. So this is your or you can take a general form, that is a t. So x of t equal to e power minus a t into u of t. So this is your input signal, and your h of t, the impulse response, is given by u of t. Okay. This is u of t. So now this is the impulse response and this is the input signal. Now you need to find out the what is the convolution integral of these two signals. So now what is the expression? We know that is y of t, which is equal to, so x of t, the convolution h of t. Okay. So now if you plot this signal, so you will get like, so the x of t you will get like this. So since this value of a, you can take it as greater than 0. So if you take value of a greater than 0, so if you put the value of t equal to 0, we will get the value which is 1 here. Okay. E power 0, which is 1, and e power, if you take t equal to 1, e power minus a, that is 1 over e power a. So the exponential which is decaying and it will go up to infinite value. Okay. So this is your, so x of t. So now if you consider it as the input signal, and if you take the h of t you already know, that is u of t, which is the unit step function, which is given by like this. Okay. So this is your h of t. So now we know what is y of t expression for the convolution integral, that is minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau, okay, into d tau. So now you have to express in terms of tau. So, if you write the again signal in terms of tau, so you will get x of tau as the exponential signal. So, the axis will be tau. In the similar way, if you write the h of t minus tau, so now if you reflect this one h of it will become h of minus tau and it will be in the negative side, and if you shift in the value of t, so you will get the shifted impulse. So, the shifted unit step, so which will be like this. Okay. So, that will, so whenever t minus tau, so this will be the t minus tau value, and this the value where your t will become equal to tau. Okay. So, now this is a tau axis. So, now this is will the when tau equal to 0, and when t become equal to tau, it will become 0 value. So, now we need to evaluate the integral limits. So, from where to where this convolution exists. Okay. So, now we can see when tau or t, so whatever this whatever the value of the shifted value t. So, whenever this t less than 0, that means whenever this signal which is less than this 0 the value, so the convolution integral it will give 0. Okay. So, your y of t will become equal to 0. Okay. So, now this actually you need to take this h of t minus tau and you have to slide it. Okay. Now, if you have to slide it, and wherever it is going to overlap, then that will be the your convolution integral. So, now you can slide this one till the value of, say for example, t. Okay. So, I will slide this one till the value of t. Okay. That means whenever t becomes greater than 0. Okay. So, whenever this t becomes greater than 0, then you will get the overlapping region. Up to where? So, only between 0 to t, because this whatever the region which is there here between 0 to t, so only it will exist the convolution region. Okay. So, this you have to take into consideration from the limit from 0 to the value which is t. Okay. So, that you need to take the limit and you have to evaluate the convolution integral. So, now if you take that, and you will get y of t which is equal to 0 to t. So, now what is x of tau? X of tau is nothing but your e power minus a into tau. Okay. So, e power minus a into tau into u of tau, it will be 1, and your x of t minus tau, it is also the amplitude value which is unit step function which is 1. Okay, into t tau. So, now this you have to evaluate this one. So, what is the resultant output signal? The y of t which is equal to, so if you evaluate the integral, it is e power minus a tau divided by minus a. So, where your limit exists between 0 to t. Okay. So, now what is the final value of the result? So, that is y of t. So, your y of t will be equal to, okay. So, 1 over minus a, you keep it as it is and you will get. So, if you put the value of t equal to the limit t, you will get e power minus a t, and if you put the value of t equal to 0, it will become 1. Okay. So, now this will be equal to, so that is 1 minus e power minus a t divided by a. Okay. So, whenever t greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So, this is your y of t, and it is 0 when t is less than 0. So, this is your the integral which is convolution integral between the input signal x of t and h of t. So, is it understood? Any doubt? So, you need to evaluate the region where it is going to convolve properly. Okay. So, this is very important. So, is it understood? Any doubt? Hello? So, now we can plot this one also. So, when t equal to 0, what will be the y of t, how it will look like, that is y of t, we can plot it, that is, so whenever t is equal to 0, so this will be the value which is equal to the 0 value. So, that is it will be having, so it will be having 0 here, and if you put the value t equal to 1, 2 like that, so this will be, so go on giving the exponent, that is a rising signal, and it will become 1 by a. So, when t becomes equal to the infinite position, this is the maximum amplitude you will get 1 over a. Okay. So, this is the signal. So, the output signal y of t. Okay. So, this is about the convolution integral for this input signal and impulse response. So, now take this one and try to do it. So, find out the y of t, which is equal to convolution of x of t into h of t, where your x of t will be equal to, so del of t minus 1 plus del of t minus 2 plus del of t minus 3. Okay. And your h of t, so this is your h of t signal, which is given by the triangular sequence, that is between -1 to +1. So, this is your h of t. So, now you need to find out what is y of t. So, try to do it. So, take this problem and try to do it, convolution integral. So, have you understood? Any doubt in this? Hello? Sandeep? Sandeep, any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in this integral?
No, sir. No, sir.
Are you doing now?
Yes, sir. Doing.
Srimandar?
Sir?
So, understood the integral, convolution integral?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So, now try to do this problem and tell me the result, what you are getting. All of you try to do it. So, now we know the property. So, use this property and try to do it, that is x of t, so into del of t minus t naught. So, if you multiplied any input signal with the time shifted impulses, this will give the shifted input signal, that is x of t minus t naught. The same property you apply here, okay, and you will get the output response y of t, that is y of t, you will get it. So, now it is shifted by 1 unit. So, if you that multiply this and this convolve this one, so you will get the time shifted impulse response, that is h of t minus 1. And similarly for h of t minus 2 and h of t minus 3. Okay. So now you know the impulse response which is given by minus 1 to plus 1. Okay. So this is h of t. So now you shift by 1 unit, 2 unit and 3 unit. So you will get the corresponding impulse responses. That is, this is shifted by 1 unit, that is 0 to 2, and this is a value amplitude 1. And similarly you shift one more time, you will get, that is 1 to 3, and this is the value 2. Okay, so this is your h of t minus 2 and this is your h of t minus 1, and similarly we will get h of t minus 3, that is it is shifted from, which is the value 2 to 4. So now if you want to get y of t, you need to add all these things, that is h of t minus 1, t minus 2 and t minus 3. So what you will get y of t? So this is your y of t. So now see at 0 what is the value? It is 0 and here it is 0. So this will be the value 0. Okay. So now at value 1 you can compute what is the value at 1. So this h of t minus 1, it is value, the amplitude value 1, and here it is 0 and again here it is 0. So it is varying from 0 to 1. So it is a ramp signal. So from 0 to 1 you will be having the ramp signal. So now at 2 you compute. So 2 it is having the decaying ramp, and here it is having the value 1 and here it is having the value, so 0, 0 plus 1, and here, so the maximum value, it is even it is decaying, it will give 1. So at 1 it will be having 1 and at 2 it will be having 1. Okay. So now at 3 what will happen? So there is no the signal here. So at 3 this is having the 0 and decaying ramp, and the maximum value it is having a 1. So now at 3, so this will be having the value which is 1. Okay. So now between 3 to 4, so there is no sample here and there is no here, even the signal is not there here, 0 and here is 0. Between 3 to 4 it is decaying ramp, and you will get between 3 to 4 there is a decaying ramp. So this is a 3 and this is a 4. So now this is the actually your output signal which will be look like. So now, so this is your the output signal which is given by like this. That is between 3 to 4 and 0 to 1 there is a ramp signal, and 2 there is a value 1. Okay. So this is your output y of t. So is it understood? Hello, all of you understood? Any doubt in this? Okay, so do one more problem. So your h of t is given by, which is equal to e power minus t into u of t, and your x of t is equal to e power minus 3t into u of t minus u of t minus 2. So this is your x of t and this is your h of t. So try to do it. So now plot the signals first, x of t and h of t. So what is x of t? So, x of t is exist only between 0 to 2, because it is the unit step functions, it is the subtracted here. So, you will get only between 0 to 2. Okay. So, multiplied by e power minus 3 t. If you take t equal to 0, you will get 1. Okay. If you take t equal to 0, you will get 1, and if you take t equal to 1, it will be e power minus 3. So, this will be, so e power minus 3, and similarly when t equal to 2, it will become e power minus 6, and this is the value 1 and this is the value 2. So, only up to 2 it will exist. So, this will be e power minus 6. So, this is your x of t, and you know h of t, again it is a decaying signal, which is x of, that is h of t, it is decaying from 0 to infinite value, that is t exists between 0 to infinite value.
ಆಚೆ ಕಡೆ ಕಬ್ಬಿಣದವರಿಗೆ ಹಾಕೋದು ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಆ ಮೂರಷ್ಟೇ ಈ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ 1 2 3 ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
So, this is your x of t and this is your h of t. Okay. So, now convolve these signals and tell me the result how it will be. So, your y of t, which will be equal to minus infinity to t plus infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau into d tau. Now, find out the limits for this, and so tell me the result how the signal look like, output signal.
ಆಚೆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಸರ್.
So, what are the limits which you got? So, there are two limits exist when t is less than 2 and t greater than 2. Okay. So, that you need to do properly. So, plot the signals, that is, if you plot h of tau, that is h of minus tau, if you do, it will become like this. Okay. So, and similarly if you take h of t minus tau, you will get like this, it is shifted version. So, somewhere here it will going to shift. So, somewhere here t minus tau will be there, and you will get, so this is when t equal to tau. Okay. So, now so if you take this as x of tau, okay. So, if you take this as x of tau, which exists from 0 to 2, and your h of t minus tau, so it will be from minus infinity till the value. So, if you take this as h of t minus tau, so now when this t equal to tau, okay. So, now you can see, so this t exists in two values, that is when this t is exists which is less than 2. Say for example, if I take this signal and if I take the convolution something like this, it will exist, it is less than 2. So, say for example, this is somewhere here t will be there and it is exist between t less than 2. So, now this is a convolution integral, one of the limit. Okay. So, now that is from 0 to t, okay, 0 to t. So, when t is less than 0, so when t is less than 0, it will be 0. Okay. When t is less than 0, your output y of t will be equal to 0, and when t is when t is greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0, and t is less than 2. Okay. So, then your limit will be, so your y of t limit will be which is equal to 0 to t, and your x of tau into h of t minus tau. So, this is the convolution integral for this limit. Okay. So, what will happen? So, y of t which is equal to 0 to t. So, what is x of tau? X of tau will be equal to e power minus t. Okay. And your h of tau will be equal to e power minus 3t. So, now h of t minus tau we need to substitute, and wherever it is t is there, you substitute t minus tau. So, you will get e power minus 3 t minus tau. Okay. Sorry. So, this is x of t, no. So, you have to take e power minus 3 t, and here it is t minus tau. Okay. And into d tau. So, now evaluate this integral for this limit. So, what you will get? What is the output? So, output is y of t which is equal to 0 to t e power minus 3 t into e power minus t minus tau into t tau. Okay. So, now take it e power minus 3 t and e power minus t outside. So, you will get e power minus 3 t into e power minus t and 0 to t e power tau into d tau. So, this is tau because x of t, no. So, then you will get, so this will be 0 to t and y of t will be equal to e power minus t only outside, and e power minus 3 tau and e power plus tau, it will become e power minus 2 tau. Okay. So, this is the expression, and you integrate this one. So, you will get e power minus t 0 to t and e power minus 2 tau d tau. So, now evaluate this integral. So, this will become equal to e power minus t into e power minus 2 tau divided by minus 2. So, this will be evaluated from 0 to t. So, what is the result? E power minus t into minus 2 into, so if you substitute t, you will get e power minus 2t, and if substitute tau equal to 0, you will get minus 1. So, now this will be equal to, so e power minus t into 1 minus e power minus 2t, so this divided by 2. So, this is the result you will get. So, are you getting? So, this is the output y of t only when t exists between 0 to t. Okay. So, when t is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2. Okay. So, here that is the region wherever we have we can see here. So, this is the region we are doing the convolution now, this region. So, now when it is greater than 2, okay, when t is greater than 2, what will become? So, only the value which is x of tau exists only between 0 to 2. Even t, it is, if it is going this signal greater than this value, 2 value, So the integral exists only between 0 to 2. Okay. So that's why next, so in the next limit, if it is greater than 2, so even the convolution exists only between 0 to 2. That is when t greater than 2, so your integration exists only between 0 to 2. So now 0 to 2, what is x of tau? It is e power minus 3 tau, and h of tau e power minus of t minus tau into t tau. Okay. So now this will be equal to, so e power minus t you take outside, 0 to 2, so e power minus 2 tau into d tau. Okay. So this will be equal to e power minus t into e power minus 2 tau by minus 2. The limit exists between 0 to 2. Okay. So this will be equal to e power minus t, so into e power minus t by 2 into, so if you take this 2, it will become e power minus 4, and this will become e power minus 1. So since it is minus, so if you take inside minus, it will become 1 minus e power minus 4. So this is when t greater than 2. Okay. So this is what we got the output result. So that is what your y of t, which is equal to, so half into 1 minus e power minus 2t, that is here you can write e power minus t by 2. So this is when t greater than 0 and less than 2. Okay. So and similarly this is e power minus t by 2 into 1 minus e power minus 4. So this is when t greater than 2. Okay. So 0, so this will be 0 otherwise. So that means, so whenever t greater than always 2, so this expression is valid. So you can plot the y of t for t greater than 0. So this will be, you can see the output plot, it will be look like this. So between 0 to 2, so you can take this expression. So when t equal to 0, so this will become 1, 1 minus 1, it will become 0. Okay. When t equal to 0, this will be 0, and when t equal to 1, it will become 1 minus e power minus 2, and this is e power minus 2. So you will get, so when t equal to 1, so your y of t will be equal to e power minus 2 minus e power minus 4 divided by 2. Okay. So this is, sorry, when t equal to 1, yeah, this is e power minus 2, and if you multiply inside, it will become e power minus 4. So somewhere here it is a value, and it will become like this. This is e power minus 2 minus e power minus 4 divided by 2. And similarly when t equal to 2, so here you can t greater than or equal to 2 you can take. So since we have taken here t less than 2, so now when t equal to 2, so you will get e power minus 2 into this value. So that will be e power minus 2 minus e power minus 6. So somewhere here, so it will be having e power minus 2 minus e power minus 6 divided by 2, and so later it will go on decaying after t greater than 2. Okay. So this is your output signal which will be look like. Okay. So this is about the convolution integral for your input, so which is x of t equal to e power minus 3 tau into u of t minus u of t minus 2, and h of t equal to e power minus t into u of t. So this is about the convolution integral for those input expressions. So this is the input signals. Is it understood? Any doubt? Hello? Hello, any doubt in this convolution integral? Akshata? Hello, Akshata?
Yes, sir.
Have you understood this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you try to do, I will give you the problem and try to do this and tell me the answer in the next class. Take the input signal which is x of t, which is equal to u of t plus 1, okay, and x, this is you take x1 of t, and x2 of t you take it as u of t minus 2. So now find out the convolution integral, that is y of t equal to x1 of t convolution x2 of t. So now find it out this one. So you know already the input signal, that is unit step function. U of t plus 1 will be like this, and your u of t minus 2 will be like this. So it will starting from 2 and it will start from minus 1. So this is your u of t plus 1 and this is your u of t minus 2. Okay. So now we need to take these two signals and convolve. Okay. So now try to do this one. So we will do some more problems in the next class. Okay.